Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the truth is that most of the churches in this country have not been speaking truth to power. In fact, it has reached to an extent where when Ruto gets to a church, bishops and pastors will make a joke of telling Kenyans that they have to wait for the government to deliver, when they know very well that we have a government which is so much oppressive, and they have come out with so many punitive policies that have made poor people to suffer the most. But yesterday, it was so much amazing to see a priest now standing out in that gap, facing the government with the truth. We saw All Saints Cathedral former provost, Reverend Samuel Wainaina, who is now serving as advisor for Anglican Community Affairs in London, delivering a very powerful and relevant sermon. And this one was meant to send a strong message to this regime. It was very nice. This is one of the men of God who can stand in the gap and face William Ruto, his regime, with the truth. He has mentioned so many things, from hiding in Christianity during campaign, and of course, if you listen to him, he is one man who has always told them the truth from the word go, even during campaign, that don't hide in Christianity when you're looking for the votes. But when you get to power, you tell pastors that nyinyi mhubiri mambo ya siasa mtuachie. So it's clear that you cannot separate church or religion from governance. They have to speak the truth to power. Ruto warned Kenyans who are going to court to seek justice that he has a sword and he will deal with them. Reverend Samuel is warning William Ruto that he got to power because people voted. Whether he won or not, the fact remains that people voted. That means the people who voted are still well and live. They can still do the opposite. So he's in that position of governance and leadership because someone voted. It is not permanent. He can be out. He has gone further to mention on so many things in terms of grand corruption that's happening in this country. You talk about edible oil, where KRL lost billions of shillings and the oil turned so much expensive. Then the issue of the oil, it is now confirmed that does not meet the standard for human consumption. They are all scandals. Money being spent. Then he has talked about the issue of spending 23 million Kenyan shillings in Statehouse budget on every single day, which culminates to 1 million per hour. And is telling William Ruto clear that you cannot spend like this when a country is suffering, when poor people cannot afford food, and you in Statehouse, you are spending 1 million every hour. That must stop. He has talked about the issue of overtaxation of Kenyans from 8% to 16%, and is warning the parliament that you cannot be used by the executive in this manner when you need to defend the people. So the parliament has to wake up. He was not afraid to talk about the issue of blackout. And he made a good joke, of course, that we have moved from Kenya Power and Lighting to Kenya Power and Darkness. Why is this happening? Ruto must reduce taxes but not increase taxes. Again, the other issue is all about how are you using taxes? Grand corruption versus overtaxing Kenyans. That must stop. Price of fuel, of course, the world market, the oil world market is reducing when Ruto is increasing. He has mentioned so many things. So without wasting time, I want to leave you here with that sermon. Listen to that. And indeed, for me, I'm happy with this kind of sermon. We need more men and women of God who can face such kind of dictatorial regime with the truth.
When politicians want to use the church to propagate their agenda, they say church and politics is one. When we become very tough on them, they say, no, you do the church things, leave politics to us. I am convinced, as a theologian, I am a politician as well. And politics is talking about the governance of a nation. And the church and church leaders must engage in such. So we hear the cry of our country. The cost of living, the depreciation of the Kenyan shilling against the dollar, which is affecting the prices of most of the commodities because